The ACCA examination results were declared a while ago, and I'm sure there are some of you who have cleared, and many congratulations to you and on to the next step. But unfortunately, there have been some who have not been able to clear it. A setback like this can happen to everyone, and we need to find a way on how to tackle this better. Now, in any professional exam, be it ACCA, be it CA, be it CMA, any of these exams, not everyone clears in the first attempt, and we should not put an undue emphasis on clearing in the first attempt. But whenever a setback like this happens, we need to evaluate where exactly did we go wrong. Could we have done things differently? Could we have done different things? Or do we need a complete makeover in the way we approach things? If you are an ACCA student whose skill exam happened in the month of March and you have gotten an unsuccessful result, here's what you should do. ACCA releases a detailed My Exam commentary for every student who has appeared for the skill level exam. Now, what this piece of information does for you is that it tells you how many marks did you score in each of the sections A, B and C, point 1. Apart from that, it also tells you how much time did you spend on each of these sections, did you have a disproportionate allocation of time, and later on it proceeds to tell you which topics did you score better in and which are the topics that were the cause for lesser marks. Once you have this analysis coming directly from the ACCA body, you will know what should be the next steps in your preparation journey. You will understand which are the areas that need more focus, and you can work on that accordingly. If you are a professional level student, unfortunately right now this summary is not available. So what should you do in such a situation? First of all, you need to sit back and introspect. Where did I go wrong? Now, I often divide the marks into 3 categories. I'm not talking about what happens when you pass, because then you don't really need to revisit. But when you have been unsuccessful, let's say that you have marks below 40. I usually think that when you get below 40, that's bad preparation or probably no preparation from your end, which means either you have not completed the syllabus, you did not practice writing enough answers. So that is one area you should be working on. When you are in the 40 to 45 zone, that I would say bad or mediocre preparation zone, and you need to identify what incremental effort is needed from your end. And the most unfortunate zone to land is in the 46 to 49 zone, which I say is the bad luck zone. A couple of marks here and there and the story would have been different. You would be celebrating right now. So first of all, identify which of the 3 categories do you fall in, and then go back to your preparation. While you might find a lot of people telling you, follow this approach, do this, refer this material, I prefer going the old school Indian way. How many ways are there to study? Just one. Open your book and study. There is no rocket science, there is no out of this world technique or strategy which can help you to clear. All you need to do is you need to open your books and start studying. First of all, you need to understand which are those syllabus areas which have a higher frequency of getting tested, and usually how many marks are allocated to each of these syllabus areas. Once you have identified that, you should move to the next step, which is finding out what type of questions from each area are tested. For example, if you are in the performance management exam of ACCA, then a question on performance measurement is usually a mainstay in section C. So one question is definitely going to come from performance measurement unit. If you are writing the FM exam, one question on investment appraisal in section C is a given. There is no way they can do anything else apart from that. So identification of those areas which are always tested is the first step. Get your grip on these areas and do a very thorough analysis of what are the different types of questions that you can do, and practice at least 2 to 3 questions of each type from section C, and make sure that you have complete control of these topics. Then identify in each subject which are those questions or which are those topics which are tested more in objective type questions. There again, you should go in the descending order of importance. Start from a topic which is most important and go down and reach the topic which is least important. Practicing questions is the key. That should be your focus. Apart from that, do have a look at certain important documents, like say for example examiner reports. Why are examiner reports so critical? Examiner reports contain comments from examiners in terms of what has gone wrong in the past exams with different students. So when you go through these reports, you understand what mistakes did others make, and you can avoid making those similar mistakes in your exam. So make sure that you go through it and understand what mistakes others did, so that you can completely avoid these errors. This can help to improve the overall score and your confidence in the exam. ACCA, on its ACCA Global website, when you look at the study resources, they have given a step-by-step detailed discussion on, it's like a roadmap on how to clear the ACCA exams. Literally everything that you need to know is available there. Your next step should be identification of what those study support resources are and start utilizing them in a better way. Plan your studies. If you have exams in the first week of June, make sure that you finish revision by 20th of May, and the last 15 days should be for a final round of revision, touching upon those topics that you feel are difficult or challenging for you, and writing mocks and getting feedback on those mocks. Also remember that attempting mocks in the last 5 to 6 days is not going to help, because your evaluator will also take around 2 days to return the mocks with feedback and comments. So you will not have enough time to implement that feedback in the exam. Your endeavor at this stage should be to finish the mocks and getting the feedback by 25th or 26th of May, so that the remaining 4 or 5 days can be utilized towards implementing that feedback. It's not a tough journey. All you need to do is you have to just roll up your sleeves and tell yourself, okay, there was a setback at one point. What can I do to make it better? How can I make sure that I do not repeat the same mistakes and I come out with flying colors? If you need any more guidance on any ACCA subject, any ACCA topic, do drop a comment in the comment section below, and we'll have our expert counselors reaching out to you. Thank you.